With all the information we have up to this point on Borderlands 4, there's a lot that we now know of the different world events that are going to happen around Kairos. Now, with Borderlands 4 being the first open world title in the franchise, with an open world comes many different activities, and we know about the 200 Marcus bobblehead collectibles, as well as other collectibles that we will find throughout the world. But with an open world comes a challenge of introducing different mechanics to keep the player satisfied and more willing to explore different locations. And in this video, we're going to go over all the open world events that we know about so far for Borderlands 4. These world events, or otherwise known as areas of interest, are repeatable objectives that will occasionally appear around Kairos. These dynamic events allow us to earn rewards based on our performance for each event. The first one is the Airship wreck, which is a world event that we've seen time and time again throughout different gameplay footage, and we're going to fight against Order troops and destroy their cargo they are trying to load onto their airships. Now, we can destroy the cargo from nearby trucks on the ground. We'll also need to lower the truck's shields by removing the batteries on the side before we can shoot the supplies themselves. We'll also need to board their airships by stepping into a tractor beam, and once inside the ship, we'll destroy as many enemies and cargo crates as we can. We can find crates throughout the cargo hold and also look out for secondary objectives. Finally, exiting the ship before they execute the incineration protocol, which will instantly kill us and any other enemies on board. There's a timer next to the objective, and the order commander will do a call out on the intercom at 40 and 20 seconds, and then a final 10-second countdown. Now, during this time, there's going to be up to 4 ships that will arrive and departure throughout the event. We also have the opportunity to release a badass prisoner, which will be a named enemy that we can kill for increased loot, as well as unlock specific treasure doors throughout the cargo hold. Now, for this event specifically, there's going to be 4 tiers to our reward: bronze, silver, gold, and platinum. And this is based off of the amount of cargo that we destroy and its value, starting from 350 to 1,000 value points. Now, our next event we're going to go over is a basic one, and this is safe houses. It's going to be kind of what we're used to in Borderlands 3, where there's different hubs where you can find weapon and ammo vending machines, as well as health and shield vending machines. These are safe houses. Once the safe house is claimed, we will gain access to a new fast travel station, vendors, and an advantage point for gliding through the sky. These safe houses also reward us with SDU tokens. This is the new system moving forward to increase our SDU size from grenades, backpack inventory, ammo capacity, and furthermore. So these ones are pretty basic, but this is a way we will unlock different fast travel points around Kairos' open world. Next off is silos, and these are just small areas that we will be able to claim and restore vendors and an advantage point as well for gliding through the sky. These also reward SDU tokens as well as vault key fragment locations. And to give a little bit of information on vault key fragments, once we've collected a specific amount of fragments, we will then be able to open up a vault that is associated with that final key that then gets created off those fragments. The next event is Ancient Crawler. This is going to be like a ransack style event where we just go into abandoned crawlers for valuable tech and restore access to nearby vendors. These two reward SDU tokens as well as vehicle customization. We also have the bounty board. This is returning. This is similar to what we've seen in the past. These provide little quests for us to complete. There are multiple types of contracts we can accept, and we can have up to 5 contracts active at a time. One being acquire, which we retrieve an item and bring it back to a specific location. Another being bounty, where we kill a challenging named enemy, which he will have his own exclusive drops. Collect, which is kill multiple enemies and grab their collectibles. And then patrol, which is kill multiple enemies within a specific area, because keep in mind that the timekeeper is keeping his eye out and controlling most territories and zones around Kairos. So these patrol bounties are going to be go to an area where they have their little outpost, take them out, secure the area, and that's the end of that bounty mission. Now, these crawler events are pretty interesting. They're going to utilize Borderlands 4 Traversal system. They're puzzle-like missions that involve carrying a battery, which we will traverse vertically, horizontally through an area to then get the battery to a specific location. Now, while carrying the battery, we will have traversal restrictions, and we're going to have to throw it, because if you guys haven't seen, in Borderlands 4 with the new grappling system, we have the ability to grab barrels and throw them at enemies, and it's going to be the same thing with this battery. We're going to be able to pick it up, we're going to be able to throw it across gaps, which then allow us to then use our traversal, our grappling hook, whatever it may be, to then get to the other side to then further carry the battery to its final destination. Now, silos are similar to Tears of the Kingdom towers, which they launch players after a terminal. Now, these next two are one of my most interesting events that I've seen as well as read about and heard about from the development team. One of these being drill sites. These are excavation events where a drill will come down, or you activate a drill, and on activating it, it's going to spawn enemies. This is mainly going to be rippers mainly in the Carcadia territory, and what it is just waves and waves of enemies, and you have to stay within a radius until the drill fully finishes its cycle. This one seems super fun because it's kind of like the slaughter shafts. It's kind of something similar to that, but it's just going to be happening in the open world where waves and waves of enemies are going to spawn. There's going to be mini bosses, and there's going to be higher tier enemies that will spawn with each wave, and you have to hold out for a specific amount of time. Our next event that seems very interesting are Rift Champions. Now these are mini bosses, named bosses, which have dedicated loot and the ability to spawn us not only legendary items, but as well as cosmetics, whether that be for our Digirunner or for our Vault Hunter. But in these Rift Champion events, a mini boss is going to spawn inside of a bubble, and what you have to do is upon entering the bubble, you actually have to stay within the bubble during the entire fight. So it's going to give us a little bit of a challenge and a little bit of something to work towards in making sure we have an optimized build to be able to stay in this tight zone to take out this boss in one go, because the moment you exit the bubble, the event restarts and the boss goes to full health. So these events alone seem super interesting to me, and being able to see that Borderlands 4 is going to have these kind of things in their world is super exciting, because not only is it going to give us the opportunity to have and discover different things and go off onto the beaten path if we're going towards an objective and all of a sudden airdrop ship comes out of the sky, you kind of divert your attention from the main storyline or the side quest you're on, and you're like, I want to go do this world event, let's go check it out. And it gives us more of an ability to have that loot chase, whether that be cosmetics, legendaries, or epics, or anything like that. And I do love when games do this, and with Borderlands 4 being open world now, they have the ability to introduce things like this, and I'm just super excited to see what is going to be and what is going to come overall. Now, the last few events I want to discuss in the video, we do not have a lot of information on, but we've seen it through the map and through the world that they do exist, or at least we do know their name, but we've never actually seen any footage or heard anything about them. This is going to be the Coliseum world events, the Meteor world events, the Abandoned Auger Mines, as well as the Order Bunker. Now, we can kind of get an idea of what these might be based off of their names, but we're just going to have to see as we get more information for Borderlands 4. Let me know what events seem most intriguing to you, what you would like to see come to the title, and what Vault Hunter you're going to play at launch. I think I'm going to be an Amon main, but we're going to have to find out. Who knows? I might just take each character to level 10, 15, see how their playstyle is, sink a couple points into their skill tree, and then determine who I'm going to continue through the story with, but we're going to have to find out on launch. I appreciate every single one of you guys. If you enjoyed this video, drop a like on it, as it's the best way to help me and the channel grow. We're so close to 10,000 subscribers. I'd love to have you in the community, and as always, stay happy, stay hyped, and good luck looting.